Welcome to the Scenario Podcast, your guide to mental health and well-being. Each episode, we uncover practical tools, discuss expert insights, and explore how supplements can transform your mental health journey. Get ready to learn, grow, and thrive with us.
You know that feeling when your brain just feels, well, foggy, or you're just dragging yourself through the day, even if you actually slept okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So many people feel that way.
We often, reach for more coffee or maybe blame stress. But what if a really big piece of this puzzle is actually what's on our plate?
That's such a great starting point because it really is true. The connection between our food and how we feel mentally, physically, it's just incredibly powerful. We're not
Yeah.
just like fueling our bodies in a basic sense. We're directly influencing our brain chemistry, our overall well-being.
And that is exactly what we are diving into today. It's a 21-day anti-inflammatory diet meal plan, specifically designed with mental wellness in mind.
Yeah, and the source material we have is pretty comprehensive. It breaks down the whole plan, day-by-day meals, the key nutrients you need, and crucially, it really digs into how inflammation in the body actually impacts our minds.
So our mission for this deep dive, we want to pull out the really essential stuff for you, the things that matter.
Exactly. We want to make it clear how some maybe simple dietary shifts can genuinely be a game changer for your focus, your energy, your mood, and even, your longer-term health.
Right. This isn't about some fad diet, a quick fix. This 21-day plan is more of a strategic approach. It aims to dial down that chronic inflammation.
And as we'll get into, reducing that sort of underlying inflammation can have some really profound effects. Not just how you feel day to day, but it could potentially help prevent more serious health issues down the line.
Okay, let's just jump right in then. Why is this whole inflammation thing?
Yeah.
Why is it such a big deal specifically for our brains?
Well, what's fascinating and what the research is showing more and more is that when we talk inflammation here, it's not just like if you sprain your ankle.
Right, not that acute thing.
Exactly. We're talking about a chronic kind of low-level inflammation that can just be simmering away in the background. And this ongoing inflammation seems to significantly affect our mental health. Think of it like background noise interfering with signals. An anti-inflammatory diet tries to quiet that noise, modulate those inflammatory messengers.
So, okay, beyond just aches and pains, what kind of mental well-being issues are potentially linked to this chronic inflammation?
Well, the source material highlights connections to a whole range of things people commonly experience. Depression, anxiety, that really frustrating brain fog.
Ugh, the brain fog.
Yeah. Even things like irritability, just feeling tired all the time. And maybe more concerningly, there's growing research looking at its potential role in age-related brain diseases, too.
Wow. That's pretty eye-opening. So how do our everyday food choices actually, feed into this long-lasting inflammation that messes with our heads?
It often comes down to the usual suspects in our modern diets. Things like processed foods, loads of refined sugar, trans fats, these are often the main culprits. These foods can trigger something called oxidative stress in the body, which is basically an imbalance that damages cells. They can also mess with your gut health, your gut microbiome, which we now know has this incredibly strong connection to your brain.
The gut-brain axis, right?
Exactly. And these foods can even interfere with the hormones and the signaling molecules that your brain really relies on to function properly.
Okay, so that paints a picture of the problem. Now, the flip side, how does switching to an anti-inflammatory diet actually start to, calm things down?
Well, that's the good news, right? By really focusing on foods that have natural anti-inflammatory properties, you can actively work to reduce this chronic inflammation.
So what kind of foods are we talking about?
We're talking about loading up on things like leafy greens, spinach, kale, enjoying the natural sweetness from sweet potatoes, berries, and bringing in those really healthy fats from, say, olive oil, nut butters. These foods contain compounds that actively help soothe inflammation. And they also provide the essential building blocks your brain needs for better thinking and a more stable mood.
It's like choosing foods that fight back against that inflammation process. Now, the plan also highlights some specific key nutrients for mental well-being. What are the real power players here?
Yeah, this 21-day approach is really designed to flood your body with the nutrients your brain just thrives on. Omega-3 fatty acids are a huge one.
Okay.
You find them in things like salmon, chia seeds, walnuts. They're not just like structural building blocks for brain cells. They play a really critical role in how well your cell membranes work, neurotransmitter function, which is why they're linked to better cognitive function and lower rates of depression.
Okay, omega-3 is definitely key. What else should we be paying attention to?
Magnesium is another really vital mineral. It supports your nervous system, helps promote relaxation that can have a big impact on sleep quality and just overall calmness.
Important for stress.
Definitely. Then you have antioxidants. Think of them as tiny protectors. They fight off damage from harmful molecules called free radicals, which contribute to inflammation and cell damage.
And where do we find those?
In all those vibrant foods. Berries, turmeric, even green tea are packed with them.
So it's like a two-pronged attack. Avoid the bad stuff, bring in the good stuff.
Precisely. And we absolutely cannot forget the gut-brain connection we mentioned earlier.
Right.
The plan really emphasizes probiotics and fiber. Probiotics are those beneficial bacteria that help create a healthy gut environment. And fiber, well, fiber basically feeds those good bacteria.
So a happy gut, a happier brain.
Increasingly, that seems to be the case. A healthy gut is really understood now to be essential for a balanced mood. And finally, don't forget anti-inflammatory herbs and spices. Things like ginger, garlic, turmeric. They offer powerful benefits for both your body and your brain.
It sounds like a really holistic way to approach food. Okay, so this 21-day plan, you mentioned it's structured into 3 distinct weeks. Can you give us a quick overview of what each week focuses on?
Yeah, it unfolds in 3 strategic phases. Week 1 is called the Detox and Reset phase.
Okay.
Week 2 is all about Nourish and Balance. And then the final week, week 3, focuses on Energize and Strengthen.
And throughout all 3 weeks.
You have 3 balanced meals each day, plus an optional snack. And importantly, everything is designed to be gluten-free, dairy-free, and free from refined sugar.
Got it. Let's start with week 1 then. Detox and reset. What's the main goal here? What kind of foods are we looking at?
So the primary goal for week 1 is really to gently reduce the load on your system. It does this by eliminating those common inflammatory culprits we talked about: refined sugar, caffeine, alcohol, processed foods.
Right. Taking out the irritants.
Exactly. This helps calm down that internal inflammation and really sets the stage for better mental clarity and more energy down the track. Hydration is also a huge focus here. So lots of water, maybe some lemon water, herbal teas.
And what might a typical day of eating look like in this first week? Give us an example.
Sure. You might start your day with, say, a green smoothie. Think spinach, maybe half a banana, chia seeds, unsweetened almond milk, a squeeze of lemon.
Sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's a great way to get fiber, magnesium, antioxidants working for you right away. Supports that gut-brain connection, helps your body's natural cleansing processes. Lunch could be something like a comforting lentil soup with kale, lots of veggies in there, plant-based protein, and that anti-inflammatory turmeric.
Okay.
Then for dinner, maybe a simple grilled chicken breast with some roasted sweet potato, maybe with olive oil and rosemary and some garlic sautéed spinach. Just clean fuel, good fiber.
And a snack, if you need one.
Yeah, something simple like cucumber sticks with maybe some almond butter or cashew butter. Gives you those healthy fats that are so important for mental focus.
Okay, that actually sounds quite doable, not overly restrictive. Now, week 2 is Nourish and Balance. What shifts in this phase?
Right, so having kind of cleared the decks in week 1, week 2 is about actively replenishing your system. You start bringing in a wider variety of anti-inflammatory foods.
Right.
The goal here is to further support your gut health, help stabilize blood sugar levels, which is huge for mood and energy, and really just flood your body with micronutrients.
So what foods come in?
You'll see an increase in leafy greens, maybe some gluten-free whole grains, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli or cauliflower, and clean proteins, lentils, chicken, fish. This is also where fermented foods often get introduced.
Like kimchi.
Exactly. Kimchi, sauerkraut, maybe some non-dairy kefir. These give your gut microbiome a real boost. The emphasis is really on eating the rainbow, getting lots of different colored fruits and vegetables to maximize nutrient intake. And of course, continuing with those beneficial herbs and spices.
Can you give us an example day for week 2?
Sure. Breakfast could be something like overnight oats, made with gluten-free oats, soaked in almond milk with maybe some blueberries, walnuts, and a sprinkle of cinnamon.
Nice combo. Fiber, omega-3s.
Yep. Great for brain health. And the cinnamon helps with blood sugar regulation. Lunch might be a vibrant quinoa salad. Think quinoa, avocado, cherry tomatoes, cucumber, arugula, maybe a simple dressing with olive oil, lemon juice, and turmeric.
Sounds delicious. Lots of healthy fats there.
Exactly. Crucial for brain and hormone function. Then dinner could be, say, miso glazed salmon served with brown rice and some steamed bok choy. You get those amazing omega-3s from the salmon, plus gut support from the fermented miso.
Yeah, add a snack option.
Maybe some roasted seaweed snacks, Or a homemade trail mix, you could throw together some raw almonds, pumpkin seeds, maybe a few dried cranberries, some cacao nibs, good source of healthy fats, antioxidants, and even some plant-based iron.
Okay, really building things up. So week 3, energize and strengthen. What's the focus here?
Week 3 is really about maximizing the benefits you've hopefully started feeling. The focus shifts towards enhancing your natural energy levels, supporting hormonal balance, and maybe even incorporating some adaptogens.
Adaptogens, like ashwagandha.
Exactly. Things like ashwagandha, holy basil, maybe reishi mushroom teas. These can help your body become more resilient to stress. You'll also continue to increase your intake of healthy fats. Avocados, olive oil, seeds, nuts are still key. And the plan emphasizes pairing smart carbs, like those gluten-free grains or root veggies, with protein for really sustainable energy.
So fine-tuning for optimal energy and stress management. What are some example meals for this final week?
Okay, so breakfast might be some gluten-free toast with almond butter and slices of banana. Simple, but gives you brain-fueling carbs, sustained energy from the nut butter, and potassium, which is good for stress regulation.
Makes sense.
Lunch.
Lunch could be a really hearty roasted veggie bowl. Maybe you roast some carrots, beets, broccoli, add some roasted chickpeas for protein and fiber, and drizzle it all with a tahini dressing. You get great plant-based protein, fiber, and those anti-inflammatory fats from the tahini and olive oil used for roasting.
Yeah. And dinner.
Dinner could be something like a cauliflower rice stir-fry. Use riced cauliflower instead of regular rice. Stir-fry it with some tempeh, which provides probiotics, garlic, green onions, ginger, maybe a bit of sesame oil and tamari. It's lower carb, anti-inflammatory, and supports gut health.
And snacks for week 3. Maybe something a bit different.
Yeah. You could try an avocado chocolate mousse. It sounds decadent, but it's basically avocado, cacao powder, a touch of natural sweetener like honey or maple syrup, maybe some almond milk and vanilla, packed with healthy fats and antioxidants, or even just some roasted chickpeas tossed with cumin, paprika, and olive oil, baked until crispy. Great protein and fiber hit.
This whole plan sounds incredibly well thought out, very structured. Now, the resource also mentions something important. It's not just about the food, right? Lifestyle habits are key, too.
Oh, absolutely. That's crucial. The plan really emphasizes that to get the maximum benefits, especially for your mental well-being, you need to pair this dietary approach with some key lifestyle habits.
Like what?
Hydration is a big one. Aiming for, say, 8 to 10 cups of water daily. Regular movement is also vital. Doesn't have to be intense. Even a daily walk or some gentle yoga can help reduce stress and improve circulation.
Sleep, too, I imagine.
Huge. Prioritizing quality sleep, aiming for that 7 to 9 hours range each night is just essential for recovery and brain function. And incorporating some kind of mindfulness practice.
Like meditation.
Yeah, or even just 10 minutes of journaling each day. It can make a significant difference in managing stress levels. And one practical tip, meal prep.
Ah, yes. Saves time and stress during the week.
Totally. Batch cooking components, chopping veggies ahead, portioning things out. It really sets you up for success so you're not scrambling when you're hungry.
Those all make perfect sense. It really highlights that it's a holistic approach, isn't it? Now, one more area. What about supplements? Can they play a role here alongside the diet?
That's a good question. The resource is clear that whole foods should always be the priority. You can't out-supplement a poor diet.
Right. Food first.
Food first. But it does acknowledge that certain supplements can offer additional support, especially if you're concerned you might not be getting enough of certain key nutrients from your food alone. Think of them as complementary tools to further help reduce inflammation and support mental wellness.
Okay. So what are some of the key supplements mentioned in this context?
Well, omega-3 fatty acids, often from fish oil, get highlighted again for their brain health and anti-inflammatory effects. Look for good quality ones with EPA and DHA.
We mentioned dietary sources like salmon, walnuts, chia seeds, too.
Exactly. Magnesium is mentioned again, particularly for stress management, muscle recovery, sleep. Glycinate or citrate forms are often recommended. Turmeric, or rather its active compound curcumin, is noted for its potent anti-inflammatory properties, often best absorbed with black pepper extract.
Right, piperine.
Yep. Probiotics are recommended to support that healthy gut microbiome. Look for multi-strain options with a decent CFU count, maybe 10 billion or more. And dietary sources like kimchi and sauerkraut are great too. And lastly, vitamin D often comes up.
Especially for those of us with limited sun exposure.
Exactly. It's linked to mood regulation and immune support.
That's helpful context. But there's a really, really important caveat that comes with talking about supplements, isn't there?
Absolutely critical. Cannot
Uh,
stress this enough. The resource strongly advises, and we echo this always talk to your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional before starting any new supplements.
Why is that so important?
Well, especially if you have any underlying health conditions or if you're taking any medications, supplements can interact with medications or might not be suitable for everyone. A professional can help you figure out what, if anything, is right and safe for your individual needs. Don't just self-prescribe based on something you read or hear.
Excellent advice. Always check first. So, pulling it all together, it sounds like this 21-day anti-inflammatory diet meal plan offers a really sustainable, comprehensive strategy. It's not just about weight loss, it's really about supporting both our mental and physical well-being long-term.
That is precisely the idea. It's framed not as a quick fix, but as a mindful way to eat. Incorporating these anti-inflammatory foods, these healthy habits, it's all geared towards reducing chronic inflammation, promoting a healthier brain, supporting a more stable mood, and potentially, contributing to better long-term health outcomes, lowering risks for certain chronic conditions.
And the idea is that committing to this, even for just those 3 weeks, 21 days, it can be a really powerful catalyst. It can kickstart some positive changes in how you actually feel day to day.
Exactly. By making these consistent, nourishing choices, you really can start to experience noticeable improvements.
Right.
More energy, better mental clarity, just an overall greater sense of well-being. It's about empowering yourself through food.
So, a final thought for you listening. As you go about your day to day, maybe just pause and consider. How might the foods you're choosing be impacting not just your physical energy, but your mental clarity, your mood? Maybe think about exploring just one small anti-inflammatory swap or addition to your diet today. It could be a simple step, but maybe a really significant one towards a healthier, clearer, and happier you.
Well said.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.
Thanks for tuning in to the Scenario Podcast. Don't forget to visit scenario.com for more expert tips, articles, and supplements designed to support your mental health. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself.